We just arrived at Mesa Verde National Park. We're going to check out the visitor center.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day.
Beautiful day here. All right.
Let's see what they got.
Established in 1906 by President Theodore Roosevelt. The only national park in the United States created to preserve Ancestral Pueblo culture and prehistoric architecture. The ancient people made this their home over 750 years from AD 550 to AD 1300. After a quick stop at the visitor center to get some information and maps, we're now taking the road that drives by all of the dwellings and a lot of lookouts. As you saw on the sign, it's 20 miles in, 23 to the first cliff dwelling. So, got a little ride to take down the road. It should be nice scenery. Here we go.
This is from the fire in 2002. It's called the Long Mesa Fire. Like it destroyed a lot of trees, but the vegetation under the trees came back.
We're at museum building. We're right. It is the museum. Spruce Tree House. The tree house is the third largest in Mesa Verde Park, but the best preserved one. The entire house is 260 feet long and 89 feet deep. There's a total of 120 rooms, 10 ledge houses, and 8 kivas and 2 towers that make up this village. Ladders led down into 8 of the kivas in the Spruce Tree House. Kivas were used as gathering places for religious observances, social activities, and weaving. This entire Spruce Tree House was constructed between AD 1200 and 1278, and in its peak, about 60 to 90 people lived here. They figure about 19 households occupied this area. Cliff Palace. So we're going to get out here and take a little walk. You can get a ranger-led tour that takes you down into the Cliff Palace. You get your tickets at the museum and the visitor center. It's just $5 a person. It's quite an experience, I understand. You do have to climb some ladders and go through tunnels, so it may be a little strenuous for some. The Cliff Palace was inhabited about 800 years ago by the Pueblo people and was discovered in December of 1888 by two cowboys who were herding cattle, and they happened to come into this canyon, and they described what they said looked like a magnificent city. So let's get down here and take a look.
I'm running this way a little bit, Diane. I don't want to get off.
As you come around the canyon, you see the palace. All right, we just finished the Cliff Palace. Was it? Was it Cliff Palace?
Yes.
All right, we're at the Cliff Canyon. We're gonna go walk down here to this little overlook. Quite a big canyon here. This overlook has many homes built into the cliffside. House of many windows. They call it Site 634. There's 16 rooms and 2 kivas in that little area. Sun Point dwelling has 3 rooms perched in a shallow 100-foot ledge. We're going to see if we can see all of these from here. Let's go start with the House of Many Windows.
Yeah.
This is it right here. And then around the cliff a little further to there. This is Site 634 right there. And then we continue around to Sun Point dwelling. This is called Sun Point dwelling in these cracks here. Makes you wonder how in the world they got to that house. Right there on that cliff edge. And this one over here, they didn't give us a name for it. But it's tucked away under this little ledge in this cliff. They have a kiva built into it. Obviously very important to them. Of course, we're calling it a kiva. They could have called it something else. Still, you wonder, how in the world did they get to their house? This is called Temple House. Right in the edge of that cliff. This is one of those truly amazing moments when you think about in the year 700 to 800, hundreds of people lived in these cliff faces, in these constructed homes, in these alcoves where the cliff comes in, and they built these walls and these rooms with windows and doors, and they had their round structures which we call kivas today. And they use them for a variety of things. Some believe religious things, community gathering, cooking. And they were great growers of corn. And when you look at these cliffs, you think, where in the world did they grow their corn? It had to have been up on top where it got good sunlight. 1,200 years ago, maybe none of these trees were here. It was just flat farmland up on top. And so they went up top to farm their corn, harvest it, and lived in these dwellings for protection from the elements, protection from other peoples. It's amazing. Amazing place. It's a place you have to visit. So when you're in southern Colorado, be sure to go to Mesa Verde. Check it out yourself.